Ian says, hey Ed, go off on Christian anarchy. What do you mean go off on Christian anarchy? Christian anarchy is the goal. I know that might sound really weird. I've said it before. I'll say it again. If we were all choosing to take on Jesus's way, and by that I mean all of us, all over the world, if every person said Jesus is Lord and we live that way, anarchy is the end result. Because we wouldn't need government. We wouldn't need a police force. We wouldn't need a military. We wouldn't need banking regulations. We wouldn't need a tax system. We wouldn't need taxes. We wouldn't, right? None of that stuff would have to exist. Because as Christians, we would understand we're following the law, we're following the way. And as we follow the way, we don't need others to monitor us. We don't need others to lead us. Anarchy, and by the way, I don't mean anarchy like Sex Pistols anarchy. I mean anarchy in the terms of self-rule. We would all be completely capable of effective, safe self-rule. We'd see a neighbor that was in trouble. Oh, we'll help our neighbor out. We'd see a neighbor in trouble, and we'd be willing to give all that we have, knowing full well that our neighbors would take care of us. We'd see people in need. Let's take something that we would need. We probably still need a fire department because fires aren't really about crime. They just sometimes happen by mistake. Well, we wouldn't need taxes to pay for it because those who have would say, hey, I can pitch in for this. I'm going to do this for my neighbors. I'm going to do this for my community. Absolutely, right? Like, it's that kind of thing. Even things like a labor board. We wouldn't need a labor board. We wouldn't need people to protect the worker. We as business owners, we would protect the worker. We would ensure that the worker has everything that they need. We would ensure that our workers and our employees have all that they need to live a good and abundant life. A better business bureau, right? Like the consumer safety and all that kind of thing. No, not necessary. I, as a Christian, am going to make sure that my customers are perfectly safe. I would never, ever lie to them. I would never cheat them. Right? Like, these are all of these things that we have in place in government. So many of the things we have in place in government are meant to protect people from people. And I'm not going to say protect good people from bad people. No, it's meant to protect people from others who are giving into their natural desires, right? Giving into their sinful desires, giving into things like greed, giving into things like gluttony. How many different laws, how many different governmental organizations, how many different offices of our community are built and maintained in order to protect people from others who are trying to take advantage of them. If you name them, go ahead and name them. Tell me what they are. Because, again, if all of us truly chose to follow Christ, those things are unnecessary. They could go away. Now, you might think, well, you're talking socialism. No, I'm not. No. Socialist countries still have all of those things put in place because they haven't dealt with the spiritual issues. A socialist nation generally doesn't deal with the spiritual issues that cause people to do bad things, that cause people to take advantage of their neighbors. Oh, it's communism. No, it's not. The communist countries that we've experienced, and probably they weren't really truly communist, neither were they actually truly socialist, but what I'm getting at is those organizations, those nations still had to have sub-organizations within them to make sure to protect people from others who were, wanted to take advantage of them, wanted to take advantage of the moment, wanted to profit from the pain or the naivete of their neighbors. No, Jesus isn't a socialist, and Jesus isn't a Marxist, and Jesus isn't a communist, and Jesus isn't a capitalist. None of those things matter, because they would all work. They would all work in a society where people have said Jesus is Lord, and we mean it. There isn't an economic system that wouldn't work in that kind of society, because those spiritual issues, those spiritual ways, our desire to take advantage of our neighbor, our desire to profit off of our neighbor in some fashion, some unfair and unjust fashion. It wouldn't be there if I was following Christ. You wouldn't need to be protected from me, and I wouldn't need to be protected from you. We'd have one another's back. We'd be caring for one another as we care for ourselves. Anarchy, baby. Anarchy, baby. Self-rule. A Christian world. A Christian world is a world of anarchy. A Christian world is a world where we are self-ruling, perfectly capable of self-ruling. I want to see it. I want to see it. I don't think I will, but I want to see it. I probably never will, but I want to see it. Anyhow. Thank you, Ian. Amen.